Hey, how's it going? It's Moosey, your baby daddy, with your daily bread. Well, happy Accusation Day. Happy Accusation Day. Now, I know you're thinking, Daddy, what is Happy Accusation Day? And why is it so important to me? Well, I'll tell you. Happy Accusation Day is a holiday that I just invented, me, the daddy, yo daddy, for this reason and this reason alone. I really think that we ought to have one day a year where we can just come forward and accuse anybody of anything. It doesn't matter whether it's true or not. We don't have to worry about the person losing their job. We don't have to worry about the person getting kicked out of school. We don't have to worry about that person's reputation being ruined in their neighborhoods, in their communities, in their churches, in their mosques, in their synagogues. We don't have to worry about that person being stared at on the street, on the train, at the bus stop. We don't have to worry about any of those things. All we have to know is that this is Happy Accusation Day, and we can walk up to a total stranger and accuse them of doing something awful. And I mean anything. We can go to any police station, any fire department, any social service department, and we can go and drop a name. Just any name. We don't have to even know the person. We just drop a name. Hey, so-and-so did this. And it ought to be investigated. We ought to be able to put it on social media. We ought to be able to put it on television. And we ought to be able to just ruin their lives. And if so, if it ruins their lives, so what is Happy Accusation Day? Now, why is Happy Accusation Day so important today? Because it seems like Happy Accusation Day is that day for Bill Cosby every day. Every day some woman is coming forward to say, Bill Cosby sexually assaulted me. It was 30 years ago. I was his age. And he gave me some juice and I started feeling woozy. Well, did you do anything about it then? Well, no, I didn't do anything about it then. All I know is I felt woozy. All right. Well, what you want us to do about it now? He was a bad man and I want something done about it. Okay. Well, okay, we'll try and do something for you. We'll see what we can do. We'll get on the phone with Gloria Allred. How about that? Okay? And we'll see what she can do for you. And then here comes Gloria Allred. Gloria Allred, the savior for all things that have been done wrong to the woman. Because Gloria Allred has you in their best interest. You know that, right? This is the same woman, Gloria Allred, who convinced a 72-year-old woman that the mayor of San Diego abused her. Now, how did that happen? She got a hold of some video, I guess, and the mayor was doing what the mayor does, a politician does. You know, he's kissing babies and shaking hands and all of that kind of stuff. He had his hand on her back. He leaned over and gave her a kiss and said, vote for me. I'm the guy you want in office. She smiled and it was okay. But Gloria Allred went down there and convinced her that that was abuse. And the next thing you know, the woman is sitting in a press conference with her crying her eyeballs out. He abused me. When she didn't think it was abuse when it happened. Because it wasn't abuse. But Gloria Allred has this funny old way to get you in her room and make you understand or make you think that this man is abusing you. And it works. Now, they all think that Gloria Allred has them in her best interest. No. Gloria Allred don't have you in her best interest, especially you, black woman. Where was Gloria Allred when Anita Hill needed her? When Anita Hill needed her when she was making the claims that Clarence Thomas put some pubic hair in her coat. Where was Gloria Allred? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Where was now? Nowhere to be found. Because they don't support black women. They just use black women to destroy the black family, to tear down the black male in his household. That's what they use the black woman to do. And that's all their purpose happens to be, is to help destroy the men and boys in their community. But back to Bill Cosby. 2, 3 more women came forward to say, hey, Bill Cosby did something bad to me. And they had Gloria Allred sitting up there. Now, this is the same Gloria Allred who I believe she's married. Now, she hates men. I mean, that's obvious. She hates men. But she's married to a man. Boy, I wonder what that marriage is all about. She's married to a man, and yet she hates men. Every bad thing that happens to a woman is a man's fault. This is the same Gloria Allred that says if a man has sex with his own wife, that's rape. So he can't do anything with this woman. without it being called rape. This is ridiculous. Now, do I feel sorry for Bill Cosby? To an extent, I feel sorry for him. But in another extent, I don't feel that bad about the guy because he's pretty much lambasted black men for the longest time, talking about how black men need to be more educated, they need to go to school, and they need to behave themselves, and they need to support their families, and all of this kind of stuff. Just browbeating black men. Well, wait a minute. You, Mr. Cosby, isn't that how you made your money? Isn't that how you became famous? By acting stupid? You remember what was that? Fat Albert? Heba, haba, hoba. You do remember that. That didn't sound too educated to me. So, in one way, I feel sorry for him. In another way, he's kind of getting his comeuppance. Now, Gloria Allred, she had the nerve to criticize Felicia Rashad. Now, why would she do that? Because she supports Bill Cosby. And she said something that was very interesting. She said, it's not about the women. Don't all you people see, it's not about the women. It's about the legacy. See, anytime black people get built up in a society to where we're looked at in a positive way, white people want to tear it down. And the weird thing about it is they use other black people to do it. That's why I'm so critical of these black women that are claiming this. I can expect that from white folks because they don't care about us anyway. And we shouldn't care if they don't care about us. Who cares? We should be doing our own thing. But the black women who are sitting up there with Gloria Allred, thinking that this woman has this black woman in her best interest, it's crazy. Don't you see that's what they're doing? Like I said, anytime we have anything that's positive about us in society, it gets torn down. They want to tear the legacy down. They did it with Michael Jackson. Oh, yeah, he was a weirdo. He did some weird things, cut his face up and all of that. But I know why he did that, and I'll talk about that in another podcast on exactly why Michael Jackson burnt his face off and took all the parts off of it and became a Mr. Potato Head. I'll talk about that because I got something to say about that. But Michael Jackson was one of the greatest entertainers the world has ever seen. Not only the country, but the world has ever seen. I personally like Jackie Wilson. Now that was an entertainer. Heart and lonely teardrops. I mean, he was an entertainer, boy. He put a show on. Prince puts a show on. These are cats that get out there and they put shows on to where you want more after they get done. They give you your money's worth. It's not like you go to some shows today and the show is over and you don't feel fed. You don't feel like you got enough. You don't feel like they did enough. You want to go back in and say, no, man, get back up on stage. I paid $50 to come and see you, man. I only got $20 worth of entertainment. Just get back up there and do a little bit more for me because I didn't get entertained. You didn't feed me enough. But when those guys got up on stage, Michael Jackson, Jackie Wilson, Prince, guys like that, you wanted more. You got more than what you were supposed to get, and you wanted more. But they tear the legacy down so that there's something negative that they can say about these men at the end of their careers. That's what Felicia Rashad was talking about, and that's what Gloria Allred is doing. She's seeking these women out. She's the driving force behind this. Not these women. It's Gloria Allred. She's using social media and emailing and all of that kind of stuff to contact everybody that Bill Cosby had come in contact with in his life to come forward and say, well, what did he do to you? Well, he had his hand on my leg. Oh, well, that's abuse. Yeah, but it didn't mean anything. Yes, it does. Okay. Well, he gave me a cup of coffee. I felt a little dizzy afterwards, but I did have a cold. Now that's abuse. It's Gloria Allred that's the driving force behind all these women coming forward. These women ain't coming forward because they feel so bad that Bill Cosby did something bad to them. It's Gloria Allred who's doing this. Don't you people see it? She wants to destroy the legacy of not only Bill Cosby, but all black men. She's behind it. Excuse me. So that's what Felicia Rashad was saying. It's about the legacy. It's about the destruction of the legacy of black males. She doesn't care about black men. She doesn't like black men. And she wants to destroy black men. If she could destroy some black women, along the way, so what? I mean, the Cosby Show was all we had as a show that showed us in a public, private, and a very educated way. I mean, a lawyer, a doctor, under the same roof as husband and wife being together. Children that aspired to more than just getting a GED. They wanted a college education. And I got some things to say about that college education as well. But that's what they wanted. That didn't exist. According to white society and any other society, that didn't exist because that's not black folks. Black folks are dumb and stupid and ignorant. Buffoons. That's how they see us. And that's how they wanted to see us. And that's how they want to continue to see us. So they get up a woman like Gloria Allred to destroy it all. It's ridiculous. Don't you people see this? But that's what's happening. It ain't got nothing to do with these women, and that's what she said. And that was brilliant to say that. Gloria Allred is disgusting. I can't stand her. And the women out there who are taking her bait ought to not stand her neither. She's the one who's going to make all the money off of you. You still going to be poor after it's all said and done. You ain't going to have a dime in your wallet. You're going to get kicked out of your apartment because you can't pay the rent. So don't think that everybody's going to admire you after this. All you lazy women walking around there don't want to do nothing with your life, but sit up there and accuse a 75-year-old man of raping you 30 years ago? It's ridiculous. This is disgusting. Your baby daddy is out.